What's up, y'all? So welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about some natural popular bodybuilders. So to start things off, we have Ron Williams. Now he has a full resume. He's a 21-time world champion, 7-time Mr. Natural Universe, Mr. Natural Olympia, and Mr. Natural World titles. He does currently have a YouTube channel under the name Ron Williams, where he talks about a lot of different fitness content. When I checked out his channel, one of the big things that stood out to me was the fact that he is a big planner. He makes sure that he sees a goal and then plans towards it. Another thing that kind of stood out to me is that he timed everything from sleep, food, supplements, all that. He has a big emphasis on making sure that he meets all of his times when it comes to life as a whole. Another thing too that I don't really see a lot of people doing is he has weekly goals for fitness. Now, normally a lot of the time you have like monthly goals, yearly goals. That's more like the norm because it takes a while for your body to kind of change into what you're making it out to be. But for him, he has weekly goals, and that's really interesting. But also with that, he made sure to emphasize to stay locked in to whatever routine you're doing. So if you're planning on going to sleep at 10:30, eating at 8 in the morning, eating at 12, and then eating at 5, or if you eat 4 meals a day, splitting it up accordingly and staying on that same routine, that is one of the biggest things to him, because he said that his success was built through staying on top of his routines. He's a little bit older now, but he seems like he has a great personality and definitely tries to help out a lot of the older community when it comes to weight loss and just fitness as a whole. Next up, we have John Hansen. Now this isn't all of his accolades, but these are just a couple. He's got Natural Mr. North America, 3 Natural Mr. Universes, and 2 Mr. Natural Olympias, which, Lord, I don't know how some of these guys get so many Olympia titles and Mr. Universe titles, but power to them for sure. Anyways, he also has a YouTube channel where he talks about bodybuilding legends, natural bodybuilding, and overall fitness. One of the things that he stressed I saw on his YouTube channel is not comparing yourself to others. Nowadays in today's society, I already brought up the fact that there are people who uses different types of stimulants and body enhancers, so it's a lot harder for us to really paint a picture of where we want to be at, because a lot of the time we don't know who's using it from who's not. But as a natural bodybuilder, he didn't compare himself to those people and just decided to go down his own path. He also said to compare yourself to yourself. You're the one that sees the different impacts that workouts have on your body or not working out has on your body. So being able to differentiate when you're improving and in what ways you need to improve what muscle is really important, especially when it comes to bodybuilding. Another aspect of his YouTube channel is him giving advice to people over the age of 50. And I think that's great. I don't think there's enough people out there trying to help out the older community when it comes to fitness. You know, even though you're up there in age, have goals that they still want to achieve. And I love that for them. That's why I always love seeing older people in the gym, because it's like, yeah, I like the fact that you still putting in work, even at 50, 60, 70. He also brings up not to rush the process and to increase the intensity over time. As I said in one of my last videos, it's important to not go too hard at the beginning, which is true. But over time, the more you get stronger, the more you're going to want to lift heavier weights. John also gives a lot of tips on weight loss and dieting, which is important for the community, especially nowadays in America. There's a lot of people obese or overweight that is trying to wean back on that, and it's important to know the right steps so that you're not trying to work on your abs before you know what I'm saying? But that's later in the video. But yes, overall, like, his channel is really centered around getting fit over the age of 50. And with all of the achievements that he has, I think he's a great person to give advice on that. Next up, we have Kiyoshi Moody. His most notable achievement is his 6-time PNBA Olympia titles. I couldn't even imagine having so many in a lifetime. Honestly, it's wild. So I didn't see a YouTube channel that he's leading, but I did see his posing routine in 2013. Definitely be sure to check it out. He came out in a whole trench coat, a hat, and bro went crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really, really impressive posing routine. He's a little bit different from the ones I mentioned before though. He actually overcame stage 4 cancer. He went from doctor to doctor and worked on chemo. He even lost weight and went from 215 pounds to 154. Now, as a bodybuilder, that is an insane change in weight, especially if you're eating different types of food, which is one thing that he was doing. He wasn't eating as much, if any, red meat at all. But at some point, that chemo was not the best option for him. And so he got referred to another doctor. He got recommended CBD for treatment as well as holistic treatment. And apparently that worked. It helped him recover. The doctors reported that he had an immense amount of improvement from when he last saw him over the span of a good, I don't know the exact months, but I'll say probably 6-7 months, I think he said, all the way up until he found out that he was overall cancer free. He and his family was over the moon, and honestly, anybody that goes through that life change as a whole is really like, it's something big. It's not something that happens every day, you know. And as a bodybuilder, I don't know if he went back on the red meat or not, but he still has 6 titles under his belt. So hey, I think he won for sure in the end. Next we got Simeon Panda. He won European Championships in 2013, and he also achieved the title of Musclemania Pro status. He's pretty big on YouTube, and his link will be down in the description below, but he's a pretty well-known British influencer, mainly known in Europe for the fitness industry, as well as making videos with other bodybuilders or influencers as a whole. One of the things that stood out to me about him though is that at the front page of his YouTube channel, he talked about getting shredded and losing fat to be able to see your abs. This is something that I really can attest to, because when it comes to losing weight, you don't want to just immediately go to ab workouts if you have a lot of fat that you have to shed off first. It's not going to show because it's still going to be there. That's why cardio workouts are so important to start off, and that's one of the things that he talked about, which I really enjoyed that he said, because there is no quick fix for getting abs. It's just shredding cardio, then doing ab workouts to be able to pronounce it, and the more ab workouts you do from there on out, the more you'll be able to see it. He also brings up how you have to have a certain amount of body fat percentage to be able to see your abs in the first place. For men, I think it's between 10 and 14, and I'm not sure how much for women. But there's a lot of people out there who say that he's not natural. Whether he's natural or not, I still think he has a pretty complete resume, and he definitely deserves respect, especially in the fitness industry, motivation industry, and health and wellness overall. Lastly, we have Michael O'Hearn. Now, on his record, he's a 4-time Mr. Universe, 7-time Fitness Male Model of the Year, and 4-time powerlifting champ. I'm telling you, these people have lived great fitness lifestyles, and he's a 6'3" beast. There's a lot of tall people out there who find it hard to gain weight sometimes. Watching people like him would definitely benefit you, because he tells you exactly what he eats and what he used to get all those titles and all those accolades. He also trains with a lot of iconic fitness influencers and gives motivational speeches to a lot of different people, fitness or not. In one of the speeches, he talks about doing what you love and not what other people tell you to do, which is something that this society doesn't really teach you anymore. Normally they say to go get a job, go get your education, and follow that career path, but there's a lot of different avenues, especially moving into the later 2000s, where people can make a YouTube channel, TikTok, use different types of social media to get what they want to get and attain success that way. Finally though, he definitely seemed like a really humble guy. I mean, he was talking about himself as like he had a pretty okay physique, when we know, well, if you see the picture, he had a really good physique. So I definitely say check him out. He also stresses nutrition and sleep and holds on to a lot of old school principles too. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video. So thanks y'all once again. I hope y'all have a blessed week and achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below any type of fitness, bodybuilders, or historic figures that you know. Let me know what your current fitness goals are. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much. Peace.